So, what was the last verse of chapter 4? What did Lord Krishna say? Lord Krishna told him, whatever doubts you have got in your heart, you have out of ignorance, you should slash it off. And what he should slash it off with the whatever knowledge, jnana yoga that he had given. And come on, Arjuna, you must fight. That's what he says. But he says he is giving me jnana yoga. He says get up and fight. You one side you say no, you should renounce, you should work karma sannyas, you should have like proper, um, uh, give up the results, everything, and then work in devotion. And then one place you're saying do action. Arjuna is not able to understand, still not very clear. So that is what chapter 5 opens with, those questions, which is better, work in devotion or renunciation. So let's see what Lord Krishna is going to say. Section 1 will be covered, Nishkam Karma, easier than renouncing work, says Lord Krishna. And then section 2, he is going to talk about how to perform Nishkam Karma. See, first he's talking about Nishkam Karma, then how to do. We need to know, right? Then section 3 is a platform of knowledge about the three doers. Who is the one who is doing all this action? We are already confused. Arjuna is confused. We are 200% confused. So we need to understand who are the doers. And then section 4 covers how to liberate the soul by focusing on the super soul, Paramatma. Section 5 is just what do you call trailer about Ashtanga Yoga before we dive deep in chapter 6 into Ashtanga Yoga. And section 6 is how we can get peace. So let us see. So first we are covering Nishkam Karma Yoga. It is easier than renouncing work. Arjuna is asking whether he should renounce. What should he do? What is better, he says. Renouncing work is superior to working with detachment. He's asking these questions. So what does Krishna says? Both are equal. It is good. Both are equal. You can do both. So because you are going to same, like whether you take Singapore Airlines, whether you take Thai Airways, both are going to USA. So don't worry. Both will go. But he's emphasizing working with detachment. He says it is easier for you because you can't sit and focus. It will be very difficult for you. And chapter 6, Arjuna says also, Chanchalam hi mana Krishna pramati balvadradam. It is very difficult for me to focus. Krishna, what do I do? So that is why Krishna is telling. I know that point. That is why I'm telling you, work with detachment. It is easier. Keep working. Don't stop working. So chapter 5, Karma Yoga, action in Krishna consciousness. The problem is, the thoughts. This is the main focal point that we have to focus on. That is why chanting is very important. Srila Prabhupada is focusing on chanting. Why? Because chanting will help us to purify our thoughts. Why? Because thoughts are something that is going to manifest into action. First, the seed is germinated over here. That is how the action takes place. And these actions, we continuously keep criticizing, keep nagging people. It becomes a habit. The moment it becomes the habit, it becomes our character, and that is what becomes our destiny. So we need to 100% focus on our thoughts and purify it. So what are the Arjuna's confusion? He says, you say work for sense activity must be given up. He says, no, you should not do it. And then fighting for a kingdom, even with the knowledge of the soul that I know, Sankhya Yoga chapter 2 that you told me that we are not the body, we are the soul. After knowing that also, it looks like, I'm fighting for the kingdom. It looks like sense activity, sense gratification only for me, says Arjuna. So that means I should not fight for my kingdom. I should give it up. If I'm working with devotion, then how work is stopped? I'm still working. Whether I'm working in devotion or non-devotion, I am working. How is action stopped, Krishna? You speak in riddles. So much of Jadugiri you're talking about. Jugglery. Action, inaction, inaction, inaction. You're confusing me. I'm confused, says Arjuna. So why is Arjuna still confused? Anybody? Because it is Krishna's plan to keep Arjuna confused. Arjuna thinks jnana means sannyas banjao. Knowledge and work, like light and darkness, they're contradictory according to Arjuna. He says knowledge and work, how can they go together? If I've got the knowledge that I am not the body, I'm the soul, I should take sannyas and go away. I should not be working. Even if I'm doing devotional work, it's still action. I'm still doing. So it seems contradictory. Krishna is going to emphasize how we can use the knowledge and do our work. That is what Krishna is going to tell. And why Krishna is doing? For Arjuna. Arjuna is actually a very elevated soul. It's for us to stress that we should not just go and sit in the Himalayas and we should learn to work in a renounced spirit. So Nishkam Karma Yoga is very, very important because I am not the material body. I am the soul. I am the part and parcel of Supreme Lord. I want to render service to Lord. I will work in detached spirit is what Nishkam Karma Yoga is. People keep asking, what is Nishkam Karma Yoga? This is the definition. What is it? You are having perfect knowledge. What is the perfect knowledge that we are having? I am not the body. I am the soul. I am the part and parcel of Supreme Lord. I want to render service to Krishna and I will work in detached mind. This is what is Nishkam Karma Yoga. Okay. So who can tell me what is Nishkam Karma Yoga before we proceed? Fast. I have very little time today. What did you understand? What is Nishkam Karma Yoga? Quick. Perfect knowledge is what? I am not the body, I am the soul. Number one, I am part and parcel of Lord. Number two, I want to do service to him, devotional service. Number four, I will work in detached spirit. Now tell me, 4 points. One, anyone?
I am not this body, I am a soul.
Very good. Number two.
I am part and parcel of Krishna.
Excellent. Number three.
I want to render service unto him.
Very good.
I'm a detached soul.
Excellent. This is how you know now what is Nishkam Karma. That's it. So who is a Nishkam Karma Yogi? Who are you? I am a servant of God. This is what we need to know. Who is a Nishkam Karma Yogi? I am a servant of God. What work do you do? Work whatever is allotted by God. Whatever karma has been given to me, I will do that. How do you do the work? I work with sincerity. I will work with dedication. I will do to the best of my ability. What do you do with the result? There will be result, whatever you do. I will. Anyone?
Offer it to Krishna.
Yeah, I will hand it over to God or offer it to God. Excellent. This is what Nishkam. So first section you already know. What is Nishkam Karma Yogi? I am the servant of God. I will do whatever God has given me in this life. I will do it with sincerity, devotion, whether you are a teacher, lawyer, CA, or engineer or doctor, whatever you may be. You will work with sincerity, devotion to the best of your ability, and whatever the result it be, good, bad, whatever average, it's God's, not ours. That's what is Nishkam Karma Yoga. So which is better, work with devotion or renunciation with work is what Lord Krishna is going to ask. So I'll just stop in between then again I'll keep on switching the video because what is going to happen because of internet issues, I may have problem. Is that okay with all of you?
Yeah. Okay, Mataji.
Okay.
Sure.
Arjuna uvacha sanyasam karmanam Krishna punaryogam cha shamshasi yachreya etayorekam tanme bruhi sunishchitam. Yes, anybody wants to read? Yes, Neha Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Arjuna said, "O Krishna, first of all, you asked me to renounce work, and then again you recommended work with devotion. Now, will you kindly tell me definitely which of the two is more beneficial?"
So you can see how much confused he is. So after hearing these questions, Arjuna has got some questions, right? In chapter 4 also he had questions. So Krishna was, what was Krishna glorifying there? He was glorifying Jnana Yoga because chapter 4 is Jnana Yoga. And he was also glorifying renunciation, lot of sacrifices, right? Remember, Dravya Yoga, the Dravya sacrifice, and then Tapo Yajna, Dravya Yajna, Yoga Yajna, Swadhyaya, Jnana Yajna, all that he was praising. Remember? Then in 42 again, Krishna says, get up and fight. So now Arjuna is confused. Like he was in start of chapter 3 also. So he is asking this question. So that is the question that Lord Arjuna is going to ask may trigger a lot of answers, as such. And that is the start of chapter 5. He starts chapter 5 with a question. What is that question? If we understand, we will also remain in the spiritual path. Already we are in there, we will still remain with determination. Arjuna is asking, so what is he asking? Oh Krishna, sannyasam karmanam. Sannyasam karmanam. First you are asking me to renounce work. Sannyasam. Take sannyasa in that karma. Right? Punar, again you are saying punar yogam shamshasi. What are you saying, Krishna? First you say sannyas, take sannyas from the karma. Then puna. Puna means again. Again yogam shamshasi you are saying. You are saying work in devotion. Yoga, do yoga. Tanme bruhi sunishtitam. Tanme bruhi sunishtitam. Now you will please definitely tell me. Yashreya eko rekam. What is better for me? Definitely out of the two you are talking about sannyasam karmanam you are talking. Puna yogam cha shamshasi you are talking. Which is better for me? Can you please tell me? That's what. Because Lord Krishna is praising both. He praised renunciation also in chapter 4. He praised what was that? Work with devotion also he praised, right? In chapter 4. That is why he's confused. This is you are giving equal this thing to both of it. So I don't understand. That's what Lord is saying. So let's review that verse 1. In chapter 1, what happened? See, everybody can see the flow chart. Arjuna asks, what is better and what is more beneficial, work or renunciation, right? Chapter 1 was completely with, he didn't want to fight. So chapter 2, what happens? He tells we are not the body, we are the soul, we are entangled in this body. So he says, how to get out? Krishna, he says, use Buddhi Yoga, devotional service. So he says, okay, fine. Then chapter 3, what happens? He says, if you are situated on the platform of knowledge, then you don't have to do any, you don't have to perform action only. It's like inaction. Now this gives, where is that knowledge, Krishna? He says, okay, I will give you Jnana Yoga. So chapter 4 comes. He gives all kinds of sacrificial work. Dravya Yajna, Tapo Yajna, Yoga Yajna, Swadhyaya Jnana Yajna, all those Ashtanga Yoga, everything he tells over there. And then after telling all that at the end of the chapter 4, what does he say? Come on, stand up, fight. You are now I have given you Jnana Yoga, right? So chapter 5 starts with, what do I do? So he says, work in devotional service is better than dry mental speculation. You must do devotional service because it is transcendental and it will free you from the reaction, right? It is easier also. So Lord Krishna is confused simultaneously. Why? Because he is stressing both. He is stressing devotional service also. He is stressing renunciation also. That is the problem. And Arjuna's understanding is what? Arjuna thinks, I'm renouncing in knowledge, it means I should not work at all. Because according to him, if I'm working, then I'm not a sannyasi. If I'm a sannyasi, then I should not be working. That is the kind of understanding Arjuna is having. What is Arjuna not able to understand at this point of time? He is an elevated soul. I'm just talking about the drama, Leela. Here, what he is saying, what understanding is lacking is work in full knowledge. Means devotional service is non-reactive and is therefore same as inaction. This is what is the flow chart of chapter 1 to chapter 5. Let's go to verse number 2. Shri Bhagavan Uvacha Sanyasah Karma Yogashcha Nishreyasa Karavubhav Tayostu Karma Sanyasat Karma Yogo Vishishyate. Yes, Rajeshri Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji. The personality of Godhead replied, the renunciation of work and work in devotion are both good for liberation. But of the two, work in devotional service is better than renunciation of work. Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna. See, Lord has given the answer. So Arjuna was confused. He's asking which is better, renunciation or work in devotion. Krishna first said renunciation is very good. In Jnana Yoga, there also he said renunciation is very good. Immediately after that, he says you are saying devotional service is very good. So I'm finding it very difficult, Krishna. So he says, no, Arjuna. Krishna said, oh, Arjuna, you stand up and fight. And this is something I'm not able to digest it. So, so how is that possible? You are saying stop and then you say move. Both, how can it be possible? So Lord Krishna is answering over here. Bhagavano Vacha. Bhagavan is Lord Krishna here. So Supreme Personality of Godhead. What is he saying? Sannyasa yoga, sannyasa karma yogashcha. Sannyasa, we understand, right? Sannyasa means give up work. Karma yoga, we know over here, basically working in devotion. And then what is he saying? Nishreyasa karavubhav. Oh, both of them are quite good. Shreya. Shreya means both are good. For what? Liberation. So, tayostu karma sannyasa means what? What does it mean? But out of the two, tayostu, karma and sannyasa, out of these two, it's saying which two? Sannyasa and karma. Karma, sannyasa. Out of these two, karma yogo vishishyate. Karma yoga is better. It is more vishesh. It is more better, he says. So, so in this verse, it's very deep, right? So, karma yogi is who? One who is doing both spiritual duties anyway, doing every day. And then he is properly going on and doing his social duties also. Because social duties we do with our body. We have to go to the office, we have to do work at home, we have to clean the kitchen, we have to clean the house, take care of kids. But mind is attached to God. That is what is devotional service. Think always that all your actions are being observed by God and Guru. That kind of sadhana is karma yoga, right? That what will happen with that if we practice that, we will be elevated more. Because karma sannyasis are who? They are elevated souls already. They have risen beyond the bodily platform. Karma sannyasi is like he will not do social duties. He has already gone to Himalayas. He is sitting. He has done. He has gone. Srila Prabhupada also, at one point of time, he took sannyasa, right? Completely. He discarded his social duties, like his family responsibilities and all. Then once you take sannyasa, you are not supposed to go back to your family, right? Because he was completely absorbed in translation, in writing purports of Bhagavatam, completely engaged all the time doing spiritual duties, right? So those who are practicing karma sannyas, they don't consider themselves to be the body, right? That's why Srila Prabhupada, he came for us to rescue us. So as a result, such elevated souls, they don't feel obligated to discharge their bodily duties. They are not bothered about their body. 3 heart attacks, and Srila Prabhupada continued to do his work. Karma sannyasis, they are dedicating their full time, like Srila Prabhupada, into spirituality, right? They karma yogis. If karma yogis are there, they split their time. They have some worldly duties also, and then they have their spiritual duties also. But karma sannyasis, they can also move faster towards God. Karma yogis, they are burdened with social work. Lot of social work, family responsibilities are there. But in this verse, what Lord Krishna is saying, he's praising the karma yogi because he is taking so much of burden upon himself. He's taking care of his family also. And he's praising him beyond karma sannyasis also over here. And he's saying, karma yogo vishishyate. That is a preferred path. Karma sannyasis, because karma sannyasi, what happens? There is some danger over there. Why? Because they have renounced their family duties, everything, right? What will happen? Suppose they don't get absorbed into their mind into God. For example, what will happen? Dhobi ka kutta na ghar ka na khat ka, they say. Right? What do they say? Dhobi ka kutta na ghar ka khat ka, right? So if they are not able to absorb, what will happen? They have left their families also. Now they are not able to absorb their mind also. Then what will happen? They'll be neither here nor there, right? We have in India tons and tons of such sannyasis. You will see, you go to some spiritual dhams, you will see they are detached, they are sitting over there, but then their mind is not attached to God. They tried, nothing is happening. So what are they doing? They are wearing all the saffron clothes, but they are smoking opium, drinking charas, ganja. So they become very lazy. That is not what Krishna is talking about, not those kind of karma sannyasis. Why Lord Krishna is praising karma yogi over here? They are doing their burden with worldly duties, taking care of kids, going to the office, financial burden, social responsibilities. Yet they are doing spiritual practice. So Lord Krishna is weighing them heavier. So even if their mind turns away from spirituality by any chance, at least they have their work to fall back upon. That's the advantage. But when they come karma sannyasis, you go to Banaras, Kashi, and Varanasi, they are sitting on the steps. They have nothing to do. Mind is not attached to God. They have left their family. They have nowhere to go. Drink, smoke, and just padero. They are lying there. Dhobi ka kutta na ghar ka na ghat ka, like I said. So that is why Lord Krishna is saying karma yoga is safer path. Karma sannyasi is only and only for those people who have gone to a very, very high level under the expert guidance of their guru, right? Unless and until that comes, please, nobody should leave their families and say, I will take sannyas. Okay, let's move on to the third one. In between, I'll keep switching on the video, off the video, so that the Wi-Fi is, working properly, network. Sanitya sannyasi, ona dveshti na kankshati, nirdvandvo hi mahabhavo, sukham bandhat pramuchyate. Yes, please, who will read the next translation? Triveni Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji. One who neither hates nor desires the fruits of his activities is known to be always renounced. Such a person, liberated from all duties, easily overcomes material bondage and is completely liberated. O mighty armed Arjuna. Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna. Renounce results, not actions, says Lord Krishna. So Arjuna's question is like, okay, Krishna, fine. Which is better, karma or sannyasa, devotional service or renunciation? So he saw one aspect of what he said, right? Krishna said in verse 2. So Lord is again adding to that. What is he adding? Krishna is saying yoga. Yoga means what? Person who na dveshti na kankshati, means he is neither hating anybody nor he is desiring anything. Dveshti is hatred and kankshati means wanting something. So he is neither hating nor wanting. What is he not wanting? The fruits of the action. I don't care whatever happens. I'm not desirous of any fruit. That kind of a person. Such a person, jnaya, means he should be known to be jnayasa nitya sannyasi. That kind of a person is supposed to be nitya sannyasi, right? So he says, next he continues, then he says, saha, what does he continue over there? Over nirdvando hi mahabhavo sukham bandhat pramuchyate. Such a person is free from all the dualities. Nirdvando, no dvanda, no dualities. Oh mahabhavo, oh great, powerful Arjuna, such a person, he will naturally overcome material bondage, all bandha. Oh Mahabhavo, Sukham bandhat. He will be away from this bandha. What is that bandha? Bandha is nothing but where we are right now. We are completely in material bondage, right? And pramuchyate, he is liberated. So karma yogis, what happens? They are doing their duties as we were discussing. We all are like karma yogis, right? We are doing at home, we are working, we are going out and working, we are coming home and we are working and trying to spiritually engage ourselves. So both negative and positive outcomes, if we are able to stake with equanimity, without saying, oh, positive, very good, I'm excited. Negative, oh my God, I'm depressed. Without that, equanimity means equal. That is grace of God. Then we are doing proper karma yoga. So Lord has very nicely designed this world, you know. We can see we are experiencing happiness many times. We are experiencing a very distress or very down kind of a mood we have. Why did he do that? So that whenever we see this, we are distressed. That time we understand, oh my God, this sorrow is so much. I don't want to be in this world. And we are engaging our mind more and more towards God. If we are continuously happy, do you think we will be thinking about God? Right? Who thinks while happiness, they will be continuously thinking about God? Will we? That is why in between he'll give us shocks, small shocks he gives, right? दुख में सुमिरन सब करे, सुख में करे ना कोई. जो दुख में सुमिरन करे तो जो सुख में सुमिरन करे तो दुख काहे को होए. कबीरदास again he says, दुख में सुमिरन सब करे. Everybody is remembering God when we are having a lot of miseries. सुख में करे ना कोई. When we are happy, we forget we are partying. जो सुख में सुमिरन करे, if we are in happy mood and still we are engaged in service of God, दुख काहे को. And there will be equanimity, nothing. Dukh, sukh, everything becomes equal. That is what the Lord is trying to tell over here, that we should continuously do our duties and outside duties, inside duties, and gradually try to elevate ourselves spiritually, right? So there is a very sweet story according to this one. There is one nice piece of stone, right? I think most of you must have heard this story. It went to a sculptor and he said, can you please make me very beautiful? He said, I can do it. Sorry, I'm ready. Yeah, a lot of viral is going on, right, in India. I'm ready to do that, but are you ready for it? Stone said, yes, I am ready. As soon as the sculptor took out his tools and all, and then he took a hammer and he started hitting the rock and chiseling it with the blade or whatever he was having. Stone started screaming. What are you doing? Please stop. It's so painful. Please don't do it for me. Sculptor said, he said, if you wanted to become beautiful, right? So you'll have to bear this pain. So Lord said, okay, fine. If that is so, go ahead, do it. But can you please be little gentle, little considerate? I'm having a lot of pain. I can't bear it anymore. Can you please stop for today? Enough for today. Enough for today. I can't bear it anymore. You can continue tomorrow. Please, please, please. Sculptor understood his pain and he said, okay, fine, I will do that. And slowly, every day bearing the pain. Ultimately, it got transformed into a beautiful deity. And it was fit to sit inside that altar of the temple. Imagine. Same way, our hearts, completely rough. It's like a rough diamond. That's just a stone, you can see, unfinished. From endless lifetimes, we are like that because we are so much attached into this material stuff, sense gratification. But if we want to become beautiful internally, then what do? We have to tolerate. Tolerate what? Pain. We have to endure the pain, right? Then only with sukham bandhat pramuchyate. If we tolerate that, then we will learn to understand this world. What is it doing? We have shitoshna sukha dukkheshu. Both we have, right? So sukha also is there, dukkha also there. Let the whole world do this job of purifying us. Because whenever we get dukkha, we get purified. That is why karma yogis, they work with devotion. They are equipoised, equanimity, whether it is dukkha or sukha, and not bothered about the results because they are practicing. We are all sadhakas, right? We are practicing to attach our mind towards God. Srila Prabhupada also in one of his lectures says, he says Nitya Sannyasi is one who is in renounced order, not by dress, okay, not by that saffron cloth, but by action. So he says that person, he na dveshti na kankshati. In his lecture, he had said that he neither hates nor desire. That is a Nitya Sannyasi. Very nicely he said sometimes, such and such saint, it was said like such and he doesn't want to touch money. When money is given to such sannyasis, he says, oh, I should not touch money. Oh, no. But Bhagavad Gita does not say that. Srila Prabhupada said. Srila Prabhupada said, Bhagavad Gita does not say that if money is offered to you, you should not touch. That's not right. That's not what Bhagavad Gita is saying because devotee's life is what? It is dedicated to the Lord. So he thinks, okay, this money is also Lord's. It can be used in the service of the Lord, right? That's what Srila Prabhupada said. He said, Acharya Rupa Goswami in that succession, there was formerly a minister. He was Rupa Goswami. He was a minister in one big estate, and he renounced his family life. He joined Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, right? Rupa Goswami, and he became a sannyasi. One big merchant, Seth you call, right? He approached Rupa Goswami. He said, Swamiji, I want to do some service. Really, I want to do something. Give me some direction, what to do, how to serve. He was a very, very rich man. So Rupa Goswami said, okay, fine. If you've got so much money, then engage it in the service of Krishna, according to whatever status you have. So what did he do? He built a beautiful temple. So very, very remarkable temple. Same as what our Namnishta Prabhuji is doing. He's also building a temple. So that is what we need to do. That's what Srila Prabhupada says. Hare Krishna. So verse C, we'll see. True sannyasi neither hates nor desire fruits. He is free from all dualities. So how Krishna consciousness person is? He is a true sannyasi. Okay. So he has perfect transcendental knowledge. What is the result of that knowledge? We will be liberated in this material world, right? And one such person was Haridas Thakur. Who was Haridas Thakur? Anybody remembers from level 1 the story?
Yeah.
Nama Krishna Yadavaya Namaha Yadavaya Madhavaya Keshavaya Namaha. Also said, Tenadapi Chunichena Tarorapi Sahishnuna Amanina Manadena Kirtaniya Sadahari. Who said that? Who said this? Trinadapi Sunichena Tarorapi Sahishna Amanina Manadev. Who said that?
Chaitanya Mahaprabhu.
Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Excellent. Very nice. Very good. We did this in level 1. Anybody remembers or do you want me to repeat the story?
Yes, Mataji, I remember. When Maya Devi.
Can you in short, in few lines tell me?
I don't remember very nicely, Mataji, but I will try.
Okay.
When Maya Devi came to test Haridas Thakur, and I also heard. Very sorry, Mataji. I'm not able to.
It's okay. Anyone else wants to try, or should I do it?
Yeah, there was a rich person who wanted to disrepute Haridas Thakur. He sent a prostitute to him, and the prostitute agreed to go and try and sort of
Deviate his mind.
a bad reputation to him by, you know, having involvement with him. So she went to him and said, you know, but before she could say anything, he said, look, I'm busy at the moment. I'm praying. So wait, and I will please you later on. And that went on for a whole night. And the next morning when she came, he was still doing the chanting. Then she suddenly became gradually, she realized that she was trying to doing the wrong thing, and she also turned to the path of God.
Very nice, Mataji. Became a great devotee of Haridas Thakur, right? In the end.
Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah, very nice. Thank you, Mataji, for sharing that. And in the end, if anybody wants, we can repeat the story again. But Mataji has related it very well narrated. He was a great devotee and great Vaishnava saint. And he was the one who propagated the Hare Krishna movement also. And he used to chant, it said that 300,000 times in front of Tulsi. He was a very pure Vaishnava. And that was his speciality, that even a prostitute who came to him was turned into a great devotee. So that is the speciality of Haridas Thakur, right? So that was the kind of Vaishnava saint that Haridas Thakur was. He changed him in 2-3 days, you can say 2-3 days, right? So he used to always follow Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's instruction, which was Trinadapi Sunichena Tarorapi Sahishnuna Amanina Manadena Kirtaniya. So what does that mean? Trinadapi Sunichena means he would always be very humble. He would be as lower as a blade of grass. If you put the foot on the blade of grass, it lowers itself, right? That kind of humility he had. Tarorapi Sahishnuna, he used to be very patient, very tolerant, like a tree. He was beaten in 24 marketplaces, but he was tolerated. He said, please, Lord, they are ignorant. They don't know what they are doing. Please forgive them. That kind of a tolerant person was Haridas Thakur. He was always asking for forgiveness for other people. Amanina Manadena. He was not expecting any respect from anyone. Just because I'm chanting, I'm a great Vaishnava, everybody should respect me. Nothing. He was always respecting others. Amanina. He would give Manadena. He would give Mana, means respect. He always waited outside when Mahaprabhu was taking prasadam. He never used to enter that. Kirtaniya Sadahari. We all know 300,000 names means definitely he was doing the Kirtan Sada of Hari only all the time, taking his name. He used to apparently sleep for 1.5 hours. We can't do that. Yeah. We don't have these qualities. We need to build it up. Okay, so we move on to verse number 4. Sankhya yoga upratak balaha pravadantina panditaha ekamapyastita samyak ubayor vindate phalam. Yes, yes, please, who would want to read, please raise your hand. Pratima Mataji, would you like to read?
Okay. Only the ignorant speak of devotional service, karma yoga, as being different from the analytical study of the material world, Sankhya. Those who are actually learned say that he who applies himself well to one of these paths achieves the result of both.
Hare Krishna. So what is he saying? Krishna is answering that Arjuna's question, right? Which one is better of the two, renunciation or working in devotion? And Krishna already gave a lot of description in chapter, in verse number 3 also. What does Krishna saying over here? He's saying Prathak Bala Pravadanti. Bala Pravadanti means what? Ignorant people. Bala. They are Bala. Bal means child is ignorant, right? That way. They speak like this. What do they speak? Sankhya Yogo Prathak. Sankhya is what? Analytical study, like about the soul, about the soul. I'm not the body, I'm the soul and all. And analytical service and devotional service, yoga. So what does he say? Sankhya Yoga. Sankhya means the study, analytical study. I'm not the body, I'm the soul. Yoga. Prathak. Prathak means they're actually different. Prathak means different. Na Pandita, Pandits or learned men don't speak like this. What do learned speak? They don't say this. These are different. They say Ekam Apya Sthitas Samyak. Means what? They say that if a person applies any one of this process, whether it is Sankhya or whether it is yoga, devotional service or Sankhya yoga, whatever they want to apply to both the processes, what will happen to that? If they apply Ubhayor Vindate Phalam, that person achieves the results of the fruits of the results of both of them. So that is how learned person talks, Pandita, right? And Bala will not talk like that. Bala will think differently. Bala means the ignorant person. Pandita means the learned person. Learned person thinks whether it is Sankhya yoga or whether it is yoga, whatever way it is same. Ekam apya. Ekam apya sthita samyak. It will samyak. It is very good. Samyak in Sanskrit means very good. And ubhayor vindate phalam. So that's what Lord is saying basically. That Sankhya refers to karma sannyas. Renunciate everything, go and sit in the Himalayas, right? So in that there are two kinds. Renunciation also is of two kinds. One is called Phalgu Vairagya and another is Yukta Vairagya. What is Phalgu Vairagya? Rupa Goswami says about Phalgu Vairagya. He says that is incomplete renunciation. You are renouncing things related to Supreme Personality of Godhead, thinking that, they are material. For example, many people say, oh, I don't want to, many sannyasi, I don't want to touch money. Oh, it is material. Nothing is material if you are using it for God. If you are using it for your own self, it is material. If you are using it for God, it is spiritual. So those sannyasis who don't want to touch, they think it is all material. And that Rupa Goswami, according to that, he says this kind of renunciation is incomplete renunciation. So what is complete renunciation? It's called Yukta Vairagya. Means we have to have that understanding that everything is Lord's. We have to use everything in the service of Lord. And we should not be the owner of such things. That is the kind of Vairagya we should be having. Not the Vairagya, oh, I'm no clothes, no money, no watch, no nothing, everything. I'm renouncing everything and going sitting in Himalayas, not wearing anything. No. Do everything in the service of God. Otherwise, it will be called escapist attitude. Many people can't take care of their families. They run away saying that I'm going to become a sannyasi. That is not correct, right? From Puranas, we have so many examples. Prahlad Maharaj, Dhruva Maharaj, Ambarish Maharaj, Prithu Maharaj, Vibhishan, Yudhishthir, Janak Maharaj. So many are there, right? What did they do? Did they run away? No. They were ruling their kingdom. But internally, divine consciousness. That's the highest kind of devotee, they do not see any difference between Karma Yoga and Karma Sannyas. Why? Because they're following outside their Karma Yoga, inside their Karma Sannyas. So that is why Lord Krishna says, the learned person will understand that and he will achieve the results of both. Because he is from outside ruling the kingdom, inside is completely a renunciate. Hope you understood this. This I will do the last one and then I'll try to end. Yat Sankhye prapyate sthanam tad yogairapi gamyate ekam Sankhyam cha yogam cha yaf pashyati sapashyati. Yes, Swapnil Prabhuji, Hare Krishna. Please read.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. One who knows that the position reached by means of analytical study can also be attained by devotional service, and who therefore sees analytical study and devotional service to be on the same level, sees things as they are. Hare Krishna.
Yeah. Hare Krishna. So Lord Krishna, he is just a very, in spiritual practice, what happens? The intention of the mind is what matters. External activities don't matter as such when you are actually into that spiritual practice, right? We may be living in Vrindavan, but what if my mind is continuously saying, oh, I want to eat pav bhaji of Mumbai, I want to eat pani puris of Mumbai, vada pav of Mumbai, then better go and live in Mumbai. Why live in Vrindavan? And it can also happen that if there is a person living in the midst of Mumbai city and he's completely absorbed in that divine land in Vrindavan, so he will get the benefit of residing there. So that shows that intention is what is very important. So we are seeing these answers, what Lord Krishna is giving to Arjuna, right? Which is better, renunciation, karma yoga, devotional service, what is happening? So from verse 2 to verse 4, Lord, what did Lord say? There is not much difference, Arjuna. They are similar. But now from shloka 5 onwards, he is definitely going to tell what is better now. We will try to understand that. What does he say? Yat sankhya prapyate sthanam. Means what? Whatever one achieves by Sankhya Yoga, yat Sankhya, whatever you achieve by Sankhya Yoga. So like, so when he says Sankhya Yoga here, it means we have to understand that it has to be Jnana Yoga or renunciation, because he was talking about that in chapter 4. So let's understand that whenever he's talking about Sankhya over here, it means the renunciation he was talking in chapter 4. So he says, whatever you have achieved by getting that knowledge, Jnana Yoga, renunciation, tad yogairapi gamyate. Tad yogairapi gamyate. Gamyam means the goal. So similar goal can be achieved by yoga or devotional service also. Whatever you are going to achieve by renunciation or that yoga, Sankhya Yoga that we were talking about before, you can also get it by devotional service, Arjuna, he says. And then it is given, Jaf Pashyati. Jaf Pashyati means what? That person is actually seeing. Pashya means see. So what is he saying? Ekam Sankhyam cha Yogam cha. Ekam. Both are Ekam. So the person who sees that Sankhya Yoga or renunciation, Karma Yoga or devotional service, they are both on same level. Ekam. Eka Sankhyam cha Yogam cha. Both are same. Sankhya or devotional service. Renunciation or devotional service. Yaf Pashyati. Sa Pashyati. So they are both on same level means Ekam. Such a person is Sah Pashyati, means actually seeing. That person is able to see properly. That person is able to understand properly, right? So those who do not possess this kind of spiritual vision, they see externally, they are seeing the difference. Oh, Karma Sannyasi is wearing a saffron cloth. Karma Sannyasi is greater. He is very superior because of the external renunciation. But those who are very learned, Vidya, Vinaya, Sampanne, Brahmane, Gavyastani, those who are learned, they have that knowledge. They will see both karma sannyasis and karma yogi. They will understand. Not any karma yogi who is into sense gratification, okay? Properly, whose mind is engaged, like Prahlad Maharaj, Dhruva Maharaj, Janak Maharaj, Ambarish Maharaj. They were ruling the kingdom. Yudhishthir Maharaj, they were ruling the kingdom. Internally, they were absorbed. Their minds were absorbed in God. So such a person will see both karma sannyasi, whether who have renounced the world and gone, and the one who is ruling, like Yudhishthir Maharaj. They will see both, and they are both identical in their internal consciousness. That learned person will be able to see, says Krishna. So in many ways, Sankhya Yoga and Karma Yoga are kind of similar. So let's see the difference over here. So what is the difference? They neither hate nor desire fruits. Sankhya Yoga. Here, Karma Yoga also, they neither hate nor, na dveshti na kankshati. Both of them. Free from dualities. They don't have that happiness, sorrow, both of them. They both are liberated souls. They come to understand that he is a soul, not this body, and they become detached from this material things. Who? The Sankhya Yoga, Jnana Yoga, who get the knowledge and they want to become Karma Sannyas. They want to leave everything. Anything material, they don't want to engage it in. But here, in Karma Yoga or devotional service, they are still attached. Why? Because they are working, using it for Krishna. When we are talking, bringing Krishna in the center, everything can be used. But some people can take the name of Krishna and use it for themselves, then that is wrong, because internally they are not pure. Okay. So here I will try, because I have to travel now. I have to stop. And tomorrow again, I will take the class. Maybe again, tomorrow I have to do it very short, but I will still take the class, even though I may have to go out. Okay. So I will first stop the recording.